Good evening, Postal family. What's going on? This is Saeed. Welcome back to my channel. How's everybody doing this evening? What's going on? Today's topic is about USPS growing its workforce and retirement and all that. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and read the article on. How's everybody doing this evening? Had some questions about the previous video I had about the contract and all. I was just passing on the information. It wasn't something I made up or anything like that. There's some questions came up that what exactly it's about. So I'm just doing my thing, passing the information and different people. I get it. Questions come up, the authentic, how real it is and. This and that. I respect that, but I'm just doing my thing, and thank you all. If you're new to the channel, this is Saeed. Postal content is what I do. If you like postal content and find it you like it, and so I would appreciate it if you can go ahead and subscribe, and appreciate all the comments, likes you all give me. Thanks so much for everything, all the comments recently I've been getting. So thank you so much on that, and I'll continue to do the best that I can for you all. And let's get to the article today. UPS is growing its workforce, but a retirement wave may be coming soon. Watchdog warns. USPS loses about 40,000 employees to attrition in an average year. That includes retirements and employees leaving to find work elsewhere. It's about 40,000 per year. Wow, that's a lot when you think about it. The Postal Service is facing a potential retirement wave. Its Inspector General's office warns, with nearly 1 in 5 of its employees now retirement eligible, and more than half its workforce eligible to retire within a decade. Yeah, we got some old folks in the Postal Service, and they're getting ready to exit out of there. And so the USPS OIG in its latest report found USPS experienced no significant shortage of courier employees last year, despite a tight labor market in the US and record low unemployment rates. Between fiscal years 2019 and 23, USPS grew its workforce by more than 8,000 employees, a more than 1% growth rate. The agency employs about 637,000 total workers. 637,000 employees. The agency, however, may also need to prepare for a large contingent of its workforce getting ready to retire. The USPS OIG found nearly 20% of all USPS frontline craft employees were eligible to retire as of November 23. Another 5% will reach retirement eligibility this year. So we got people leaving, getting retired left and right. So an additional 13% will reach retirement age within the next 5 years. And within the next decade, nearly 53% of frontline employees will be retirement eligible. So times are changing. People have done their 30, 35, whatever they did, 40 years, getting ready to retire. And the new wave of new generational people will come. While not every employee will retire as soon as they are eligible, and the Postal Service's staffing needs may change over time, a retirement wave could cause workforce challenges, USPS OIG wrote in its report. USPS loses about 40,000 employees to attrition in an average year. That includes retirements and employees leaving to find work elsewhere. Postmaster General Louis DeJoy said in an exclusive interview last year that USPS may need to hire about 300,000 new employees over the next 10 years just to maintain its current workforce headcount. Wow, that's 300,000 new employees. Wow. The agency's aging workforce persists across the country. More than 92% of its 63 districts, at least a third of all craft employees, will be eligible to retire within the next 5 years. These numbers exceed but bear resemblance to a similar trend happening across the broader federal workforce. About 14% of federal employees were eligible to retire in November 23, and almost another 3% will reach retirement age this year. Within the next decade, about 45% of federal employees will be eligible to retire. So left and right, people are becoming eligible to retire. They'll good pension plans, and they've had their days with their contracts, and that the rest is on us. So yeah. That's where we were at. Lost track. Hold on one second. My bad, guys. Lost track of the article on this. It's generally about retirement, giving us numbers and whatnot. How many people getting ready to retire, how many new employees coming. So that's where we were at. So the subcharge. There we go. My bad, guys. My bad. It just clicked out and something ad came or whatever it was. Okay, let's continue. My bad. Experts have warned about potential retirement tsunami for years, but a mass exodus of retirement eligible feds has yet to materialize. Even at the height of COVID-19 pandemic, USPS accelerated hiring during the worst of COVID-19 pandemic when the agency dealt with persistent short staffing. Between fiscal year 19 and 23, the number of USPS mail handlers grew by nearly 19%, while postal clerk staffing grew by nearly 2%. In part because of their role in assembling kits of free rapid COVID tests following the launch of covidtest.gov. The number of city carriers fell by less than 0.5%, while the number of rural letter carriers fell by more than 3%. Building and equipment staffing fell by 6%. USPS management told auditors that demand for mail handlers grew because packages are taking up a greater share of its total volume, and because USPS is updating equipment and processing plans that depend more heavily on mail handlers. Packages definitely are growing. We know that, Amazon, since Amazon came in the picture, it's a different ball game, and with so many retiring, you got to bring in the new workforce and all crafts, not just mail handling. During the time frame of report 2019-23, the Postal Service has been a drastic change in mail volumes. USPS management told USPS OIG with traditional letter and flat volumes declining and packages increasing. The Postal Service has had to adopt processing operations. And ongoing network modernization, as well as change in the mix of machine sets with processing operations that rely more heavily on mail handlers than processing clerks. Each craft added more courier employees than pre-courier employees, and most crafts saw their pre-courier workforce numbers shrink. Since January 2021, USPS has converted more than 150,000 of its pre-courier employees to courier positions. With better pay and benefits, USPS sees much lower attrition among carrier employees compared to pre-courier employees. USPS management believes the agency can continue hiring to keep pace with retirements. A trio of USPS executives, Chief Processing and Distribution Officer Isaac, Chief Retail and Delivery Officer, and Vice President Human Resources Simon Story told USPS OIG that its average time to hire dropped from 49 days in fiscal 2021 to 32 days in fiscal 2023, a 35% decrease. That's a lot of numbers. Just an article about, the retirement workforce and the new recruits that are coming in, filling all the mail handler positions and city carriers, rural carriers. So there's some numbers out there. Again, I'd like to apologize about in the middle, the article flipped out of there. So some ads showed up apparently, so my bad. So again, if you're new to the channel, my name is Saeed. This is what I do, postal content. And if you like this type of stuff, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. And I really appreciate all your comments you all give me out there. Thank you so much. You guys let me know what's going on, and just love the comments. You guys get right to the point. Sometimes I'm not smiling too much. You guys let me know, appreciate it. I try to keep a fine line between being serious and having kind of like jokes and whatnot. It's a pretty serious time for us carriers, so so many jokes you can do in a typical time frame, with the contract and all that. We can definitely would be a lot more happier once we get the contract, and it not just get the contract, but it's to our liking. We like it, the numbers make sense, so everyone will be that much more happier, with the right now it's just a waiting game, patiently waiting, as you know. So that's where we're at right now. Just throw a new article about retirees and the new force coming in out there to you guys. Thanks so much for sticking with me and everything you all do for me. Appreciate it. And like always, stay positive, stay cool, and stay patient for the contract. Thanks. We'll catch you on the next day. Peace.